Okay. Hold on. Okay. Let's go. Here we are. I'm
Yeah.
gonna share
Yeah,
screen.
yeah, yeah. So this first example here, boiling it down with ing.
Okay. Okay, it's unavailable. Is it here?
Yeah. Oh, around overt black supremacy, boiling it down.
Boiling it down. Okay, it's an expression. Boiling it down.
But ing, but it is correct. Because it's
Mm-hmm, it is. Because okay, it's unbelievable seeing CNN dodge around overt
ando,
black.
like andando. Let me
Yeah,
see.
boiling it down. Yeah, it's normal. It's more advanced grammar. Yeah, it just happens because you can do that normally.
But I remember like with prepositions, ing with prepositions, but there's not a preposition here,
You have a comma.
a
Mhm.
comma. But
Yeah, comma. This is a comma.
yeah, but how can I search about this rule after comma and eng?
Yeah, actually, for example, it's like
Comma
yeah.
ing.
Yeah, and
Yeah, no.
actually, yes. Actually, it's just the way that you refer to some things. Like, it's unbelievable seeing to around the world, but boiling it down to ratio. Doing it.
No, okay.
That
Okay.
is doing yes.
The next one, dramatic irony occurs in everyday life when a situation is happening. It to be plus ing.
Yes. Present continuous.
Present continuous. Let me write this here.
Okay. Go on.
Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Present. Hierarchies. Say this word here. Hierarchies.
Okay. Okay. Let me see because I've not, I know this word, but
Yeah.
let me check the pronunciation. Hierarchy. Oh.
Hierarchy. Hierarchy.
Hierarchy.
Yeah, hierarchy.
Hierarchies. Hierarchies.
Hierarchies. Hierarchies. Okay. Okay. One girl suggested to another that she take her napkin and clean a piece of food off her face. She take significa que tome e que tomasse.
Yes. And you see that here she does, you see that here, the verbs, like the verbs conjugation is like the third condition, the third verb, third person verb is not conjugated. Like, remember that I take, you take, he takes, she takes, it takes.
Yeah.
In that case here, because we have the subjunctive mode.
Yeah. Subjective. Subjective.
Subjunctive.
Yeah. Because I will tell you something. I think it's just in Portuguese that the subjuntivo has two forms, like que tome e que tomasse are both subject, this the subjuntivo, but in English, yeah, I will see this later. I know because of the French, but I don't know the pronunciation in English, but I will see it later. So I wanted to confirm with you because in French there is only one of this kind of word. In English, it seems that it has just one also, because that she take can be mean that que ela tome e que ela tomasse. Yeah, okay. I wanted to confirm this with you, but now I already did. So okay, let's go move on. protect one.
Okay, great. Let me, I'm gonna scroll down.
It's in this page. There's one.
No worries,
One
no
phrase.
worries. That's fine.
Oh, yeah. É, pronúncia de the social and this social. If you say this quickly, is the same. Like this social.
This
This
social,
social.
this social, yes. In that case here, if you see those two S's here, they have
Ah,
just one sound. This social, the social
but
system.
the social.
This,
Not this social and
this
this
social,
social. This social.
this social, no? This social. Yeah, it's quite similar, but what really differentiates is the context. You
Ah,
know,
yeah.
like. Mm-hmm.
But if you say it quickly, it can be mistaken.
Yeah, the
Or
social. The social
the
system
social.
is what we know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but
I
sometimes
can.
it just context will tell.
Okay. You can scroll down.
Yes. Okay.
Here, this guy, Bruno Maçãs.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Uh, good day. Today is a good day, but what you did today, like the old rule about the present perfect, like the day was not finished yet, so you use present perfect. When you use
Mm,
simple past because the day was yesterday, last week, last year. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
You have already understood the question.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Here. Okay. Von the Lunger had a good day. In that case, it's just talking about like maybe yesterday.
Oh,
They're quite in that case here they had a good day. It means like he had a good day, it's already over. He might not be having a good day, might not be
oh
having
yeah.
a good day as
What you
usual.
did?
Okay, and
Aceite.
then here as usual I would know if Biden did what she did today, he would be called. In that case it's perfect. Here it's second conditional. If
Second conditional. Yeah.
uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. It's true. It's true. It's true. Second conditional.
Yes, hypothesis.
No. What? And if you scroll down a little bit, I
I
was
can.
particularly impressed. Yeah, she was. He was impressed, but I understood. Impressed anymore. He was impressed in the past. I
Mm-hmm.
understand. When a man is stuck in his cave, a woman, no, a woman resents he's not being more open. His first error is not his, it's him. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
resents him not being more open. It's the first error. But not being, she resents him not being
Resent.
like, not being ing, but without preposition.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. When a man stuck in his cave alone, then him resents him. In that case here, let me see the conjugation of the verb resent. Resent. Just a minute. Resent. Yes, resent him not being more open. Is stuck in his cave. A woman resents him not being more open. Yes, it's correct because you after resent you use the verb verbing. I resent not studying. I resent being more at home because I think I could be out more with my friends. Okay, in that case here, the verb resents. Uh, resent plus verbing. I resent being home all day long.
Where's- you can scroll down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a long time since I had problems reading in English.
Mm-hmm.
It's a phrase I made. It's my
It,
phrase. Like, yeah, I want to know. I want to you to tell me if it is correct because we have already spoken about this subject, like with two pasts. Then one is present, past present. I remember that it is incorrect because it should be with a present past, right?
no, it's correct. Your sentence is correct. And I can tell you why.
Ah,
Because remember that we use since to talk about a specific point in the past.
yeah,
Like in
yeah.
1990, I have been living Sertanópolis since 1996. About an action that started in the past and
Ah,
continues up to the present. Remember? And then here all the
yeah.
time, since I had problems, this is a specific time in the past that you're just referring. And then here it's been a long time. So if since this time you stopped reading from the past, it's been a long time from 2022. Let's imagine it started in 2020, like this. I see your
Yeah,
hat here.
uh, uh,
You
uh,
look great, man.
thanks.
You do. I like to see you like that.
Uh, I quite like this. You can scroll down a little bit. Uh, I
Hmm.
quite like this kind of phrase that he didn't, but because it's a no, yeah, this is it's a French phrase I am always trying to bring to English, and you know that. So
Mhm.
it's about my father here. He didn't go, but until the fourth grade. Ele não foi que até o quarto ano. Ele só
Ah,
foi até o quarto ano.
okay. He just studied. In that case, he just go. In that case, I would say he just studied until studied until the fourth grade.
Yeah, but like I said, this is not an English phrase. It's because I forcing it to be English, but
Uh-huh.
it is not correct. Or like I could say that, but it's not quite normal. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be because, as far as I know, I wouldn't say that. But I'm gonna tell you something, Pedro. Every time in English, or in English or in Portuguese, whatever language you're trying to translate something into, a translation is all about adaptation too, because there won't be 100% equivalence of words from English to Portuguese or the other way around. And the same thing happens to French and other languages. Why is that? because languages are different, they have different structures, but the ideas can be translated. For example, we all have ideas. This idea in Portuguese can be translated in one way. You say that sentence in one way. In English, it's in another way. For example, the same thing like this in Portuguese. Very good example here. For example, eu tenho 31 anos. How would you translate that to English?
I am. Eu
Yeah,
sou.
very good. You don't say, if you do a literal translation, would be, I have 31 years old. I even have a meme that I posted on my Instagram account.
Yeah,
Years.
I saw.
You saw that too,
Yeah.
like this. I am 21 years old, British. I am 21 years old. I have 31 in the cat. That was very funny. I like that because you'd be 31 years. But in English, that's not the way we do that. Why? Because in English, it's different. It's a different language. The idea is the same, but the way that we say that sentence is different. So I have to
Oh,
use
yeah.
verb to be. So
Yeah, yeah.
I am 31 or 32, whatever, years old. It can be 31 or 31 years old. But why is that, Jacob? Because English works this way. Simple like that. And so then what you do, you adapt the language. Then because sometimes you have a word that the word exists in English, French, whatever language, but it doesn't exist the same word in English. So what you do, you adapt. That's
Uh,
what
I wrote, stop forcing it. It will not going to work. It could be correct grammar. I don't know if this
grammatically.
word, yeah. But no one would say that. Use the recording phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. If you want to harness energy with a water wheel or windmill, you had better understand how water pressure causes, uh, which uh, conditional is that. If you want, you had better understand.
In that case, had better. This is an expression, especially when you're giving a suggestion, especially for kids. It really helps for kids. So, you had better. This had better. Here's an expression. Had better behave yourself.
Better.
Otherwise, I won't buy you that toy. That case, oh, you had better. So especially when parents are just calling attention, when like so giving a suggestion, like something like so, you'd better. And this expression here, had better, you can say you'd
You
better. There is
better.
you'd
You
better.
would better.
You'd better pay attention to class. To class.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you'll fail in the test. So in that case, when you're like calling attention, in that case here, if you want to harness energy with a water windmill, you had better understand, like you're calling attention, so you'd better understand. You're
but
like giving mm,
it's just you had and you would, or because I would like to use you. You better pay attention. You
you'd
better pay
better.
attention.
But that case here,
Uh,
this is very interesting. This is more advanced grammar. For example, you'd be my friend. You'd be my friend means you would
seria,
would be my friend. But man, if you say you'd be more careful, what does it mean? For example, you have been more careful. So you'd can be you would or you had. So you can use both forms in that situation here. You see?
Let me write here something.
Okay. In that case, and then had better. Had better is just an expression that we use.
Like I wrote here. You better pay attention to the class. Ao invés de you had or you would. You would better pay attention. Like you better. You better. No, you would better.
Yeah, no, you had better. It's always had better. Remember that would here can be this. In that situation, when you have better, remember, if you have better, what we always use with better is had. Would better, not. But now this would here means had that is here. Got it?
Yeah, but I mean to give a order like
You had better, you'd better. Because you had, you had, you'd. You would, you'd. It's the same contraction, but with different words.
yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to use I don't want to use nor had or would. I want to say just you. But yeah, I will think about this and we can talk about this tomorrow because I will think about a phrase. I cannot think right now but I will, and we can talk about this tomorrow. Let me erase this.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
Let's move on.
but you better know, it's always remember that you better is incorrect. The correct form is you had better or you'd better. That's the contraction of you had.
It's that I wanted to ask. Don't you better doesn't exist.
No. Just you
Tá.
better know. You have better.
Tá. It was that I wanted to ask, but I could not express myself. Now you got it somehow because I couldn't explain myself, but you got it. So I will write this. You better não existe.
No existed. You had better. Yes.
É
Aye, I made it.
You would better. Só you. All right. For example, interviewers may expect, I don't know the problem here. I don't know. May we explain it to make better students? Given. Perhaps is that given their experience. Given. ENG again.
No, not in that case, not ing here. In that case, it's verb 3. It's participle, the past participle. Here, okay.
ENG, but there's no ENG here. I'm going crazy.
Yeah, no, it's verb 3. It's the past participle.
The last three letters are V, A, and N. And I said it's quite crazy. But
no worries, that's fine, man. I understand.
For example, interviewers may expect. There's no problem here. I don't know.
No problems. Viewers may people from certain offices may expect rain in the end of the day.
Yeah.
A possibility. Every time when you're trying to talk about something that's possible in the future, you always use may or might plus verb. That's the rule.
What might be causing? Could it be what could be causing?
Yeah, what could be causing?
All right. If you were the only one that knew about these issues, why are these issues unexpected? This is a condition or not?
If you were the hold on, the only ones know about the disease, why? If you were the only one, yeah. In that case here, it's more advanced grammar, more advanced grammar. In fact, in that book that we were working, there is a unit that works with that. I think maybe it's like unit 10 or 11. If I'm not sure, if I'm not mistaken. Well, but here. If you were the only one, why are these issues expected? If we were the ones to know about the issues, if you were, why are they expected? I can't see no problem here.
Yeah. So can you give me the name so I can search on Google?
Oh, of course. Here, if you were the one, I think. In that case, it's did you create the sentence or you got this from
No, from a book.
from a book? Yes, in that
Yeah.
case here, it's second conditional because if you were the only one, like it's a hypothesis, man, if you were an astronaut, where would you go? Why would you? Why in that case are these issues? Remember that sometimes that I explained to you that foreigners, that English, that natives, they mix conditional. Sometimes they're gonna mix second conditional with first conditional. Sometimes it's a mixture of second, I think, and first. Second and first conditional.
Okay. Yeah, the second part of the phrase is the same. If you were, why did you release again? Okay. Okay. This is an old question. The next one is an old question. I have I asked you a lot, yeah, before.
No problem.
But on, in, and at. What does it do on the last two phrases? On, because in would be inside the phrases, but on is on the phrases, not in the phrases, because in the phrases would be inside the phrases. Correct?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Now hold on. Just let me check something here.
Okay.
Because my phone went dead. Oh, Jesus. Uh, okay, on the last two phrases. Let me just check here on Osdick.
Peraí. Right, I'm back.
No problem. Oh, here, in that case, here's on it says in a phrase. She was a memorable phrase. Okay, in or at the phrase. According to Osdick here, in a phrase, in or in the phrase, in a phrase. Got it?
In the phrase. Inside. Yeah, I think so. I think so. All right.
Let's get back here. What does it do on a phrase? In the two last,
Let me get back.
Let me get back.
Girls on average are toilet trained earlier. How about early? They are trained early.
Early, okay, depends because earlier you're talking about comparison. For example, Amanda is earlier than Pedro. Pedro is earlier than Amanda. So you're making a comparison between the earlier than, comparison of superiority.
Oh, this is not correct. Oh, it's correct. Earlier.
It's a comparison.
Comparação.
Who is over?
Você está na minha frente. You are in front of me.
You're in
That's
front of
correct.
me.
Okay,
Yes, it
okay.
is.
Let's scroll down a little bit. Their lack of social awareness may even result in their not even trying to camouflage
Camouflage. It's French, man. Yes, camouflage.
Their oddities. Deveria ser then, porque eles são os objetos, correto?
Okay. Where the lack of social awareness may even result in their in their not. Okay, hold on just a minute. Camouflage. This is British English. I can see. Okay, their lack of social or just a minute here, I'm just checking. Their lack of in their in them, yes. In themselves, and it may even result in in that case, in themselves. Why? Because it's reflexive pronoun. For example, like this. I see myself.
They see themselves.
They see themselves, yes, in the mirror. It's reflecting. The action is reflecting back to you or back in the subject that it's practicing the action.
Yeah, but you told something that was quite strange because you told it's a British English. How did you know that?
Because
it is British English. The guy from this book is from Cambridge. So
really?
Yeah. So you got it correctly.
Oh, yes, I made it. I have a crystal ball here. I can see something. I just discovered that because of this, because I remember that I presented a workshop on British English.
Yeah.
And then here, this word here, camouflage. It's this is the way that that it's written in British English.
Yeah.
That's why I discovered. Oh, that's nice, because now since I did that, so I have so much information here.
Yeah.
I just get it. That's nice that I got it. Next.
Women who are good at detecting deception would have also been more skilled at finding sincere males to mate with. They were good. If they were good, they would have been also more skilled.
Okay, in that case here, remember, this is when we're talking about opinions about past actions. For example, yes, if women who were good at detecting would have also been more skilled. This is extremely correct, and I can explain you why. For example, my friend couldn't play soccer well. I would have played better than he. Okay, in that case here, every time when you're giving an opinion about a past action that okay, because it's just something that you will do, so it's a hypothesis about the past, we always use would have verb 3. But here, as you see, you have would have been verb 3. Why? Because this is passive voice. As finding sincere males to mate with. In that case here, as we can see, okay, they would have been more. by dun, dun, dun. In that case here, you always use this structure. Mm,
Yeah,
mhm.
but women, they were good. It's a fact. It's not but they were good, and because they were good, they would have been more skilled.
They
But
would have been.
they were good. Like it's a fact that they were good. Uh, let me see.
Because this is, yes, because as you can
Yeah.
see, because as you can see here, uh, okay, okay. I've already noticed something that I hadn't noticed before. Skilled in that case here, it's opinion about the past, and here what is skilled is an adjective. It's not a verb. More skilled, they would be more talented. They would have more skills like talent or to do things. They would be better prepared, I would say.
But let me wrote something so you can see it. Let me see.
Mhm.
Let me wrote in pink. Uh, my grandmother was blonde.
Mhm.
She should have got
Mhm.
a lot of guys. No, she seeking her. It is easy. It was something like that that I understood from the phrase. Like if no, women who were good. So it's a fact. My grandmother was blonde. It's a fact. She was blonde. Like so, because they were good at detecting deception, they would have also been more skilled. So because my grandmother was blonde, she should have got a lot of guys seeking her. It is
Oh,
it's that
sh-
that I understood from the phrase.
oh, okay. In that case here, you cannot say should have. Why? Because should
Ah,
have, you are suggesting something to do another thing, or you are regretting, for example. Oh, I ate too much. I shouldn't have eaten that much yesterday for lunch. Or for example, hey, you're talking to your brother. Hey man, you should have studied more for your test. You failed it. You should have studied more. So in that case here, every time when you are using should have, you should have or three, you're always giving like suggestion or I should with you. I should have studied more for the test. I
would
shouldn't.
would have got or
She
would.
she would have got or she would have gotten. Okay, it's always
I
correct.
gotten. Yeah,
Yes.
gotten. Yeah.
Or yes, got it's British English. Oh, now, now I became almost an expert of British
Yeah.
English and American English. Man, you should buy our material. Our material is perfect. With my friend and I wrote that book.
Yeah, I know. Well, the United States, that it's the great country, but yeah, the British culture is quite good also. But
Oh, oh,
yeah,
excellent.
quite a different language, I would say, like pronunciation and vocabulary and those kinds of things. But yeah, perhaps don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
let me continue here. If
Mm-hmm.
we were offered a cure, or if prevention had been available, we would have taken it. It's a
Mm-hmm.
it's a if we were offered the second, or if prevention had been,
Mm-hmm.
it's a third conditional here, but we would have taken it. So it's a second with a third conditional and then a second conditional again, or
Okay,
not.
okay. Did you write this yourself or you got this
No, a
from a book?
book.
A
A
book.
book.
Okay. Just for me to clarify this. Well, here, man, as you can see, if I could have been helped, yes, I could have had my autism taken away. I would have
No,
wanted that.
no, it's the this red here, this pink. I mean,
Oh, okay. The pink one.
yeah.
There appear to be. Okay. Very.
No, if I
Okay.
were offered, if I
If
like
if I were.
the
Oh, hold
first
on.
phrase in the page, the first phrase in the page.
If we were offered a cure.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, this is if we were offered. This is a second conditional hypothesis. Okay,
yeah.
if we were offered a cure, hypothesis, or if prevention had been available, so talking about past, third conditional is about past, we would have taken it. Perfect. This is perfect here. First, he got like a hypothesis about the present. Oh, if I were rich, if we were offered. Okay, let me just because I like to do this. If we were offered, this is a hypothesis about the present man. And here, if presentation, in that case here, if presentation had been, this is past. So, like a hypothesis about past action, we would have taken it. In that case here, that would be a consequence.
So I wrote here second conditional, terceiro, and complement to two. Uh, the opposite of after is before. The two phrases before, like it's a second conditional, a third conditional, and a complement to the first two phrases.
Yes, yes.
Like
Because first, if you were offered a cure, or you see, you're giving an option, or if prevention had been available, if prevention had been available, we would have taken it. So
we would have taken it. It's complementing the if we were offered. It forms a second conditional, and if prevention had been available, we would have taken it. It's complementing the middle phrase also. Yeah, I
yes,
think I got it.
it's like
All
this,
right,
yes.
all right, all right. The next one is if I could have helped as an infant so that I could have had my autism taken away.
Autism.
Autism, I would have wanted that if I could have been helped. It's I have this material on the other archive. I think if I could, I think it's called present infinitive present or present infinitive. Yeah, if I could have been helped,
Yes.
I could have had my autism taken away.
And so that I could have had my autism taken away. Is it? I believe this is from a book too, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Sometimes remember that sometimes the author, when he's writing something that's really common, they like to play with words to make the reader more attentive to what he's writing. Okay, and that's extremely important, or
Yeah.
to really highlight something that he really wants. And then sometimes he repeats words like they use this like as a language of figure of language.
Yeah, but this I would have wanted is complementing the if I could have helped it, if I could have been helped, I would have wanted that. And if I could have had my autism taken away, I would have wanted that. So it's the I would have wanted is complementing the two phrases before.
Yes.
Right? All right, all right. Present infinitive duas vezes mais would have wanted complementando eles. Let me see. Green. No. Nenhuma. And green. There appear to be 3 points in development when testosterone secretion really surges. Por que não have? There appear to have.
There appear to have. There appear to be because have is about possession. I have a car, I have a motorcycle, I have a piano, but in that case, appear it's about existence. They're focusing about existence. Like there are two birds here. There appear to be, because it's focusing on existence and not on the possession of something.
To be existence.
To be existence. You remember Shakespeare, to be or not to be? That's the question. It's talking about my existence.
It's the ancient conversation about trying to translate the one language to another. Because why they appear to have? Because the Portuguese, like, aparece ter. They appear to have.
Yes, that's what I told you in the beginning of our class. Sometimes translation is about that. When we're just thinking about Portuguese, we have to do the adaptation. That's why I don't like literal translations, because they aren't precise 100% of the time.
Let me put this in green. Let me erase this. Nenhuma. And this I would put in green. If you are playing speech through headphones, and this phrase is not incorrect. If you are played, você but it's very strange, very strange. If you are played, se você ter escutado.
If you are played through headphones, what does it mean? This is yes, this is strange in Portuguese, but in English it makes sense, because it is first conditional or zero conditional. Everything that's something that every time it's about true here, when something that's true, we always use present and present. So if you are played speech through headphones, you recall words played in your right ear more accurately. Can you read here?
If you are played speech through headphones, you recall words played in our right ear more accurately than those played in our left ear.
Very cool. Let's repeat with me this word here, accurately.
Accurately.
Very good. Okay, so every time this is zero conditional. Why is that? It's when you're talking about truths, general truths. For example, if you heat the water, it starts boiling. If you heat the water, it starts boiling. This is a
but I mean, if you play speech through your headphones, it's a thing. But if you are played, if you play, it's a thing. But if you are played, this is the
okay, it's strange. Okay, I understand what you mean. If you play speech, but here, if you are play speech, you recall words. If you are played, for example, let's imagine that you record something like that you said yesterday to you, like, I love English, do this and that. And then you are played, like it can be a kind of thing that this is passive here, passive voice. If you are played like speech through headphones, you recall words in your right ear more accurately than what before. For example, And the same thing, you took notes, then you go there and read your notes again later. You'll just notice some things here and there. And the same thing happens with, like, when you record your own voice, saying some things, maybe regarding what you studied or whatever thing you did, then and then you remember that again.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that there was just these two kinds of phrases. If you play and if you have record. Now, if you record, you
Mhm.
record, if you recorded, and if you have recorded,
Mhm.
these two kinds of phrases. Not if you are played. It is not record. It's played. Yeah. If you played.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Now let me erase this. I will think about this here. Uh, Say this the o carro e o animal, so I can see something.
The car versus the animal. Oh,
Because the car and the animal and the car.
it's just because one's consonant, the other one is vowel. Yes, the pronunciation. Then it's
Yeah,
about you're talking about pronunciation, right?
yeah. Because
Yeah, the animal, the world, because some has like a consonant sound, and the other ones, every time when you have especially vowel sounds like the animal, you use the, okay? The car, the
the car.
animal, okay?
Yeah, because I learning about English right now because I knew my English. I knew it was observed from a lot of years hearing. So I said the animal and the car, but I didn't knew why. I didn't know why.
The most.
I just did it. So I thought, yeah, perhaps I'm going crazy. So I need to
No,
ask
it's
Diego
about,
about it.
yeah, it's about
Yeah,
phonetics,
yeah.
about the
So
sounds.
there's a lot of things that I just do that I don't know what I do, why I do, because yeah, I had a lot of exposure to the language. But okay.
And this is wonderful. I wish all my students had the exposure of English as much as you do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
but I'm being honest.
I think that the last one, just one more, and that's good. He started in engineering but eventually found himself drawn to physics.
Uh-huh.
He found
Oh,
himself drawn.
drawn. Uh-huh. To feel like more attracted to.
Not drawn, but drawn with an
With
instead
like,
of draw.
because this is verb three, man. The verb draw. Draw,
Drawn with, yeah,
drew, and drawn.
yeah. But I mean, why there's a verb three here? What which word brings here? Bring it.
Okay. Let me analyze this sentence here. Okay. He started in engineering, but eventually found himself drawn. Found myself because especially when the verb find, I think has to do with the conjugation of the verb find. Just a minute here. Just a minute. Mm-hmm. Um, mm-hmm. According to what it says here, hmm, in the case here, to make a particular decision in a court case, or no, but this drawn. In that case, you use You always use verb three after. Oh. For example, I found myself attracted to rock music. In that case here, it is possible in English after find, after the verb find, to use this, to use verb three to indicate something that it's going on with you. That's just something that happens in English. I found myself doing, or you can use even attracted, or if it's an action, I found myself listening to rock. I'm just giving examples here. You can, because here you're thinking about the adjective, like the quality of something like that really caught your attention. And here you're talking about the verb in movement. I just found yesterday I was so stressed out that I found myself that I ended up listening to rock. I found myself listening to rock in the middle of the day.
So what you mean is that found can be used with verb tree and verb ing.
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 Yes,
Yeah.
you can use with both. Yes, because of in this sense, yes, they are perfectly perfectly acceptable and perfectly correct.
All right. Oh, all right. Let me wrote this. You can start. You can stop sharing
Okay,
because
but
that's
before I stop sharing here, I'd like to show you something.
and start and start. Não
Just
pode ser usado com V3 e ing. Passar para verde. Correto. V3. Não.
hey man, here. No.
All right. All right.
Here
And yeah.
it's the book that I the ebook I created with my friend, me and my friend Michelle. This book so
Pedersen.
Federson, Michelle Federson. Yes, that's oh, this is what we did here. What we wrote about. We have the cultural differences regarding food, music, education, holidays, language. I wrote everything about language here. She wrote about culture. We just divided and we did the tips, and all the tips here. It was me, and she wrote. She got up with the images. Oh, take a look. The way we did that. They have some very interesting things here. The education, United States, the holidays. And then here I wrote this myself about the sound of phonetics. It's how the grammar can be different, and about and here for example, and I put the links for you to know more. And you can click here and be directed to the links to YouTube or some other site. Oh, here, behavior, humor. You have the differences with the spelling. You have so many. Like to know more, then you can come here. You have a link. And then here you have some differences. And we have some exercises with key answers. And then here we have some tips. I wrote this all in English and my friend translated it. How do you like it?
Yeah, I think it's cool. English or yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it has a lot of links.
To help you, yes, to help person who wants to get this material. That's how we created, man.
It's
And
cool.
yes, and then we're it's very interesting. There are a lot of curiosities. Let me just stop the recording here.